Come on. All right,
Hey,
here we
welcome.
go.
Little if you were able to stay awake the whole time, a little recap
Yeah,
on the vice
that,
presidential debate. Got my
yeah,
tissues here for my best Van Jones impression.
it definitely went on a little longer than
I thought because
anticipated.
what I was reading online today, it was supposed to be 90 minutes, so it should have ended like a half an hour ago.
Well,
But
it probably was 90 minutes, but they had those commercial breaks in there.
they had the commercial breaks, and both
Right,
guys kind of went on and on at times.
right. So, what did you think overall?
There was a lot of things that Walls would say, and I would
Yeah,
sit there and think, and I would be like, all right, how's he going to rebuttal this? And then there
yeah,
was a lot of things that Vance would say that Walls didn't really have a lot of rebuttal to, especially that Tenement Square part where he really like fucking completely stumbled on. And
that was a disaster.
that's weird. That's I never knew. I just haven't done my Tim Walls research, but that's weird to me. And what they say is if someone lies about one thing, they lie about a lot of things. Like why? And he still never directly answered that question.
No, he didn't. He didn't. He just kept dodging it over and over and over.
Yeah, he went on to something completely different, and that was
Yeah,
very odd to me.
yeah. And he looked really nervous. He looked
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he
Vance
looks like a
definitely.
fucking cartoon character, dude. These
I
fucking
he
faces he's making.
Yeah, yeah. Someone I saw on Facebook said, "What's his name? Does anybody see Don Rickles in Tim
Yeah,
Walls?"
yeah, kind of. Yeah, some of the faces he was making. Yeah, he did, dude.
Very animated. I don't know. Like, let me see. Yeah, I forgot what. Yeah, he definitely looks like he definitely. Yeah, I could definitely see that in him.
Yeah,
Looking at pictures of him right now.
but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to not be biased about it, but
Yeah,
it was an ass whooping to me.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, to me too, because it started like how all the convention was, the other debates
Right.
talking about as if Trump is president right now. Like
Yeah.
that whole,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, Iran has the nuclear weapons, and it's like, well, that's
Right.
happening under the Biden Harris administration, and
Right.
it started off of started just like the other things where it's like they're all acting as if Trump's president. It's kind of like, all right, what are you running for that will help me? And I'm not trying to be selfish. I'm just saying me as like a figuratively speaking, like the general
Yeah.
population. What are you running on that's going to help me?
Right.
And I'm not even saying this from like a Democrat or Republican standpoint. It's like, what are you running on that's going to help me? All I ever hear is talk about, oh, our allies, our allies, our allies. I'm like, are they my
Yeah.
allies? Like, do they help pay my
Right.
rent? Do they help pay my bills? No, I mean maybe we're their ally, but they're not my ally because they don't do
Right.
anything to make my life easier.
Yeah. And I mean, the point of debates to me is to like convince yourself to sell yourself to undecided voters.
Yeah,
At this point, there is no undecided voters left.
there. I mean, I can't imagine there is, and
You know, like
all also it's like it used to be elections used to be like how like it was almost like an advertisement. Well, I guess it still
right,
is because they have the advertisement, but it's like this is how I will help you. Now
right.
it's all running on fear mongering stuff, agenda
Yeah.
2025 or whatever, like all this
Which
stuff, but it's
how
like
many times does this thing have to be fucking disproven to where
yeah.
they're gonna stop mentioning the Project 25 bullshit, dude?
And
It's crazy. It's nuts.
to me, I was thinking about this earlier today that to me, I guess I was just younger, so I don't know better, but obviously
Yeah.
I remember in 2016 Bernie was really popular. Hillary was more popular than to me,
They
at
end up
least
stealing it from fucking Bernie.
to me, Hillary was more popular than Biden was in 2020 or Biden was now. And
Yeah.
it's almost like because you had all these in 2016, you had all these old ladies and shit all excited for Hillary.
Yeah.
Same thing in
Yeah, I don't
2008.
understand.
Same
Yeah.
thing in 2008. It's like it's almost like it's like that, but it's like a facade like that. Like no one actually is that fond of Kamala Harris, but they're just like, oh,
Right.
that's my nominee. And I
But no
also
one
think,
even voted for no one voted on her at all.
yeah, she dropped out in 2020 because she got 1% of the vote.
No, I mean even this time she just like they didn't have no. I mean they had a convention, but she didn't have to like go through anything to
Yeah,
fucking
she didn't.
be a nominee.
She was just given the nominee.
Right.
But I guess I would have to look up our constitution or whatever that the vice president only gets the power if the sitting president passes away, right?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
correct.
or if he's incapacitated,
Or if
so
he's
like
deemed, yeah, if he's deemed
right.
unfit. But
Yeah.
that's
Right. Yeah.
so, and it's so weird right now because then it's like, okay, Biden's president, but he's not doing anything. But Kamala's not officially like known as president. So like again, I don't
Yeah.
understand why they didn't wait. They waited until what, July to make
Yeah.
that decision. They should have
Yeah.
made that decision 2 years ago. Because then, if they really cared about their party and they made the decision 2 years ago, oh, he's too old, he's not going to seek re-election, all that stuff, then all
Right.
these other Democrats could have went and been more motivated to go out and campaign, but they didn't do that. And then so it just shows how like they don't care about like the future of their party or like the state of their party, if that makes sense.
No. Yeah. You're right. Everything's just a power grab for them. You know, they don't like have any principles or morals or anything. They just they just say the wildest shit, and they appeal to young kids, dude.
And I was thinking that's what I was thinking about is that they, like you told me a few years ago, is that they try to get at least one cycle out of
Yeah.
kids,
Oh yeah.
voting for the first time.
Right.
And maybe they still do. I remember what it was like in 2016 because that was my first that was the first election I was legal to vote in. But I remember how hype every single because I was 19 at the time, how every single college and high school age kid was so excited for Bernie. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not in high school or college anymore, but I don't see that. I don't see that now. I'm not saying all those people flipped to Trump. Maybe they're indifferent, but I don't. That excitement's definitely not there like it was in 2016 or even 2000 or either of the elections for Obama.
Bernie ended up helping Trump get elected too, though, because the Bernie people, they were pissed off because they feel like they got fucked over by Hillary.
Yeah.
So a lot of the Bernie people voted for Trump.
I remember reading stuff online that they said that if Bernie didn't get the nomination, that they were going to vote for Trump. I remember reading people actually saying that.
Yeah, I mean, because it was a real thing, dude. He did get fucked out of the fucking nomination, dude.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was way more popular than Hillary, and honestly, if it was Bernie against Trump, Trump might not have ever won.
It's true.
Bernie was he was popular, dude.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And then he seceded to Biden again too because he was too far behind.
Fucking crazy. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I tried to cover this like objectively.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
again,
I wasn't like I would listen to Walz and then I'd listen.
Yeah.
I'd listen to both sides, and to me, Vance seemed like he had more rebuttals for Walz than Walz did for him.
I actually appreciate that he stood up to the moderators too. That was great.
Yeah.
Because once he did, they stopped fucking around, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
He nipped that shit in the bud, dude. They did it once. They tried it once. And he was like, since you want to fact check, I want to fact check you on something.
Yeah,
and that shit was over, bro. That was the only time they did that shit. So
we have no more debates till the election, right? No more? Or one more?
Well, they're trying to do one more, but Trump don't want to do it because she won't do it on Fox.
Because the first one was CNN, right?
Yeah, CNN was actually, they were somewhat fair. It was better than the ABC one.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Usually from when I remember when I was a kid, usually they do one like 2 weeks before the election. It feels like. I mean, obviously not the last election, but the ones
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll have a winner on that first Tuesday after Halloween? You think we'll have a winner on that night, or it's gonna take a week?
I fucking hope so, because I'm sick of people acting like it's normal when there's not a winner on fucking election night, dude.
I mean, that was the first time in my lifetime that it.
I mean, the only other one was 2000, but that's because Florida fucked up. Like, that was a legitimate fucking thing.
The Al Gore and George Bush,
yeah,
fucked up voting machine or whatever.
Yeah. So that one I understand, but that was the only election in my lifetime too, besides the last one. Like this last one, we had to wait for a winner till like pretty much fucking Thanksgiving, pretty close too.
Yeah, well, I mean, the election's
like
on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
An official one. Yeah.
Right.
Until yeah.
That's not normal. It's not normal shit. But yeah, I feel like Walz got his ass beat, dude. Like I was reading reports that he was like nervous heading into the debate, and he definitely showed it.
He definitely did show it, because
yeah,
Vance like went into more like detail, and I didn't see the same thing from Walz. So he's definitely not undefeated like his home state Vikings.
Yeah, absolutely not. No, this was a blowout loss for me. And like I said, this is me heading into it objectively, you know, because
yeah.
I was trying to be fair. So, but yeah,
how can they? I don't get how they can deny the whole like fentanyl and open border things. Like, okay, like I told you a few weeks ago, you used to only see homeless people where I live downtown in the worst part of town. Now I drive 2 blocks from my apartment. There's fucking homeless people. Like that to me tells me something. Like one, poverty, and two, that drugs are pouring over the border like fucking like a water faucet.
Yeah, and you know, I did read the report that ODs are down, like overdoses are down. That is true, but like anybody in the United States doesn't take credit for you can't take credit for it. There's a directive that came down from the fucking cartels that said anyone who continues messing with fentanyl, they're gonna kill you. So everyone stopped fucking with fentanyl. They stopped putting in shit because it came down from the cartels to say stop.
And also, I mean, that's only accounted for overdoses. I mean, there's plenty of other overdoses where they didn't go to the hospital or didn't, you know, someone didn't call 911 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like I said, that is true, but no one in the United States of America deserves credit for it. I can promise you that. No one here did anything to prevent that from fucking happening. Like, it's a good thing, you know. Like, I'm glad, you know, that's happening, but no one deserves credit for that.
Definitely,
no one here, anyways. But yeah, I mean, I at least feel like that they covered a wide variety of topics. It wasn't like the same.
Yeah, it wasn't the same old shit. It was actually very. It wasn't erratic like the last one. It was actually like very in tune, you could say.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall, it was a good structure.
It was enlightening.
Yeah. I mean, I learned that Vance is actually ready for this shit. That was surprising to me, dude. He was so prepared, confident, like he was just down for it, dude. He was 100% ready, bro.
He definitely was.
Yeah. I agree.
Got through this whole thing without crying like Van Jones, so
I know
that's an accomplishment in itself.
It is. It absolutely is.
You got anything else? Any other final thoughts, like Jerry Springer, on this debate?
The only thing I can really come up with, honestly, is I don't see how you walk away thinking that that Vance is what the media portrayed him to be coming into this, because he exceeded all my expectations.
Yeah,
100%. So
if that didn't sway more undecided voters, then I don't know what could, honestly.
Like I said, if there even is any,
you know, there's people who are just completely apolitical and don't even know what's going on right now. I
Right,
kind of wish I was one of
exactly.
those people at times, but
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
everyone's decided now.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, we're just watching this for entertainment at this point.
I mean that's what I watched all the debates about, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. It's an American privilege. There's nothing like election time in America, actually. But I do have to work in the morning, unfortunately.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
So I'm gonna go start a spooky season marathon.
Yeah, me too.
We
We'll
can
be
tease
back.
next episode. We're gonna get into a list of sorts.
Yeah, we'll be back with the frightening. Or no,
Yes.
no.
Terrifying.
The terrifying 20.
Yes, that's right.
And we'd love to hear yours too. We'd love to hear all
Yeah,
the
we're gonna get
fans
into
too.
horror movies and stuff like that. We might do a themed Halloween. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Or I'll paint my face like the Crow and have my hair down.
I'll be the Ultimate Warrior. I'll have tassels around my fucking head. So.
That's where I was at on the McMahon thing yesterday. The second episode about putting the Ultimate Warrior over as Hulkamania started to lose its ground a little bit.
I mean, he kind of had to. You know, it was something new. It had, the momentum. We'll get into more of the Vince documentary stuff too.
Yeah, on Friday, because I'll be finished with it by then.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Signing off.
All right, guys. We will see you this weekend.
We'll see you this weekend.
Peace.